This thing is disgusting. That's why it's in a bag. And I've had this for a really long time. I actually did get this for $1. So that's the quality that it's in. And as you can see, this thing is disgusting. This is gross. But I'm gonna see if I can actually fix it. I have no idea what this is. Other than missing R2 or L1, my bad. And this being so nasty that the top is coming off. Or is that, nope, that's not even a grip. That is just the grip coming off. That is disgusting. I might just buy a new shell if this actually manages to turn on. I'm assuming I'm probably also going to need a new battery. I don't know if this gunk is coming from a battery or not, but we're just going to take our Phillips 0 here and take out the 4 Phillips screws. I feel like I should actually be wearing gloves for the first time on my channel. I think maybe not wearing gloves here is a mistake, but we're going to wash our hands immediately afterwards because we're in too deep now. That is nasty. Oh, it's out of focus too. Come on now. All that dirt just fell out while I was unscrewing one screw. Okay. Here's the fun part. Can I actually take this apart, or is it going to be glued shut by all the gunk? Because those are the only 4 screws, I believe. There we go. It's still pretty nasty on the inside, too. Remove the battery. I think this is actually the last screw. It's the only other screw. So I'm just going to fully disassemble this. And I'm going to dump all of this into the ultrasonic cleaner. I might soak and try and clean the plastic and then throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner if need be. But at least all of the electronics are going into the ultrasonic cleaner. Dude, my workstation is so disgusting. What are the chances these sticks have drift? What are the chances this works? We can pop off the speaker, which we will do. Otherwise, the speaker will no longer function. Did I just break the speaker? Yes, I did. Because it's glued in there. Okay. That's cool. Thanks, Sony. Thanks for gluing the speaker in there. I don't even know if I want to reuse the rumble motors or not. Are these rumble motors also glued into here? For real? Well, I guess the rumble motors are gonna die then. Because this is all going in the ultrasonic cleaner. All of it. Look at how much dirt is there. Oh my gosh. Okay. The only thing that's not going in there, maybe... No, this is going to go in there too. How do I disassemble this further? Oh, like that. Let's not kill this like we did the speaker, please. That might require some heat. So we will just do this. I'm literally going to drop it in the ultrasonic cleaner like this. These bigger plastic pieces will go and be hand washed. But if it has electronics attached to it, it's going in the ultrasonic cleaner. All right, I have cleaned this up. It's all dry, and I did test it. I know I did it off camera. I'm sorry, but it works. When you turn it on, the light comes up. It's flashing. I haven't tested it wirelessly or anything, but I do know it works. And I will admit, I did have to buy a new one of these because the old one, I don't know at what point, if I did this or not, the LED ripped off. And this charge port's probably fine, but I just got a new one off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. And then I did get a new battery, but I think this one's just fine, so I'll probably end up returning the battery. And I also got an extreme rate shell because this one's kind of dingy. It works just fine, but I'm still missing the L1 button. So I was like, oh, I'll go get one from Extreme Rate. No big deal. Yeah, the only buttons it comes with are the face buttons. It does not come with any L1 R1, no triggers, no nothing, just the face buttons, not even a D-pad. So I was a little upset with that. And I will definitely be returning that. What I end up doing is I just got replacement trigger stuff, which I don't know if I'll replace all of them. I'll probably just end up slapping the new trigger button in there once this is all said and done. I might not even record that part because I don't think I have to tear it apart. I think I can just go poop, pop it in there. So what we're going to do today, or for the rest of this video, today for me, it's all on the same day for you. We're going to take that out. We're going to take this out. We are going to replace this stick because that was the only thing that was a bit of an issue was this left stick here. It's totally playable and I can use one of those adjuster things, one of these guys, the drift fix things. I've used it in a video before. I'll try and remember to link it. The stick is like a little, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't feel quite right. This one flicks back really nice. This one just feels like a little slower to flick back, a little mushy, I guess, if you will. It doesn't feel quite right. So I'm going to replace this stick since I still have one stick remaining. We're going to replace this and then we're going to put all this back together and pretty much just be done with it. Then we'll do like one final test later that I'll actually put on camera. So let's turn on our soldering iron and hopefully this isn't too big of a pain in the butt, because having to desolder stuff like this is kind of annoying. And I don't really have any like decent helping hands. Oh, wait. Oh, dude, the share button and the options button kind of even this out. This is nice. Okay. All right. I've got my iron up to 330C and I'm just going to put some flux all along all of these parts here. We'll zoom in a little bit and then we're just going to desolder this one pin at a time. Maybe I just need to reflow all the solder. I'm going to turn this up to 350. Just reflowing all of the solder real quick because it's not wanting to cooperate. Hopefully this will liven it up enough to actually want to come off. Dude, this sucks. Nothing's happening. See if I can solder suck this then. Maybe try adding some solder. Dude, this sucks. Maybe I just start pulling it out. This does not want to cooperate whatsoever. The solder doesn't want to come off. So I guess I will just heat and pull. And I'm just now realizing that I'm doing it to the wrong stick. Nice. Okay, well hopefully I didn't mess that stick up. I'm gonna bust out some low melt solder. I have never used this before. I'm gonna clean up what I just globbed on there though. So I'm just gonna load this up. Wow, this low melt solder isn't even melting on my iron directly. For reals? Did I get bamboozled? The solder literally won't melt. This is 350 degrees Celsius and it's low melt solder and it doesn't melt at any point. This is a joke, right? Different strand maybe. Is this high melt solder? Does it only melt at low temperatures? Because it's not melting at all. This is just a solid piece of metal as far as I'm aware. I don't know what to do. Okay, here's my plan. Globbing this up as much as possible so I can easierly spread the heat around as I pull this out. Okay, that was probably the worst example of how to remove a stick. So I don't even know if I'm gonna talk about this in the video. Wow, but we did it. Yeah, that was truly inspirational work from me there. So here we are at Gamepad Tester. I'm going to plug it in. And if it plugs in and operates, then we know that the charge port's working. Look at that. The charge port's working. Even the new stick is slightly off. Maybe that's because I had such a hard time getting this to work. I don't know. But we are going to press all of the face buttons. Look at that. Oh, what is press down? What is B10? Okay. Well, touchpad works. D-pad works. The triggers in the bumpers work. The triggers work fully analog. D-pad is still fully working. Start and select works. That's the PlayStation button. Oh, the left stick, the L3 is constantly pressed down. That's not good. So something's shorting there. Why? I don't want to open this again. Vibration? Vibration seems to work. Is it both sides? Yep. Vibration still works. Okay, so you can put vibration motors through an ultrasonic cleaner and they'll still work. Cool. So it's literally just L3. R3 still works. L3 is the one that we replaced. So I'm guessing it's shorting if it's still stuck down, but we've got full. I need to replace R3 as well. You know what? So, okay, right and left just need to be adjusted. Okay. So the x-axis is only about halfway. Fun. And this is fine. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so when you press in L3 and then you move it to the top right corner, it's fine. Left? No. Down? No. Up? No. This corner? This corner? This corner? It's right. Oh, right up there for some reason. That is weird. Doesn't make any sense to me. And that doesn't work. Does this just need to be cleaned? Is that what it is? I don't even know if I want to open this back up, man. We're back. Because I am just going to remove this. And I'm going to do exactly what I did for part of the off-camera stuff. This is probably not the way to do it. This is just how I'm going to do it. Just going to remove this little potentiometer there. And I'm going to desolder these real quick. This one already came off on its own. Now we can remove this from the assembly. I don't remember when I took the sticks off, but when we go right and left, that affects this one up here. So this one's the one that's having issues? Really? Okay. So I guess I should have done this before I turned on the soldering iron, but we need to do what we just did and disconnect this. And then we're going to flux these up quite a bit there. I'm going to try to keep this in focus and in frame as best I can, but bear with me here, folks. I'm going to hold on to this with my tweezers. I'm actually going to add more solder to all of these, like a lot more solder. And we're going to turn this up to 350 to get as much heat going as possible without burning the house down. Get another good grip here and just flow all of these positions and pull with all of my might, maybe. I don't know why this isn't coming out. This is what I'm talking about. Solder is temperamental. This whole thing is. There we go. We did it. Woohoo! Now let's see if it will let us remove the solder enough. Probably not, is my guess. It's going to remove a bit of it, but not all of it. And we're not going to be able to stick the things through. That is my guess. Because on this side, it looks like we're good. But on this side, it's not good. It's clearly not good. So we're going to try and remove this solder, but it doesn't seem to want to cooperate. So what I like to do, which again, this isn't really the way to do it. So I like to stick my tweezers in the holes and then heat it up. Oops, this is hard to do because of the angle. But stick the tweezer in there, heat up the solder, and stick the tweezer down through the hole as far as possible, and then pull it out. And then you've got your hole. And then rinse and repeat. And I have melted a little bit of that blue plastic. That's all right, I hope. And I should. I'm going to unplug my soldering iron so I don't burn myself. And I hopefully should be able to put these 3 pins through those holes that we just created. Or it's going to do the same thing, and those holes aren't wide enough because the stupid solder won't go away fully, and my homemade holes are not going to be good enough. And the answer is no, they're not. So we're going to have to do the same thing I did last time. We're going to have to stick them in partially, as much as it'll let me. Set the PCB down, and then once we get up to temp here, I'm going to put a little bit more new flux down. We are going to add some new solder. All of those pins. I'm going to go a little overboard again. And I'm going to push my thumb up like this, or this is hard to do. I'm going to use my finger and just heat all 3 of these up. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. I finally got all 3 of them through the hole. It took a lot of reworking there, but we got them through the through hole. All right, let's finish the soldering on this thing. A little bit more flux. And while we're here, I am also going to reflow these 4 pieces since those are, I might as well get the negative pads next to it too, or the ground pads, the stabilizer pads, because those are what the button press for L3 are connected to. Let's start over here. Dude, this is so incredibly frustrating. Those are soldered. I don't even know if that was on camera. And then reflow that, reflow that, reflow that, reflow that, whew, reflow that, and reflow that. Now, hopefully, everything should be working fine, and we can finally be done with this. Let's try this again, shall we? Plug her in there, press the PS button. Oh, baby, that is working. Both of them are working. Cool. Everything seems to be working. All the D-pad buttons, both of those buttons, the touchpad, that one, and we're a little off center. That's all right. But, oh my God, there's like, no. There's like something physically blocking it now, and I don't know what it is. It's like I can feel physical resistance right here. I don't know if I like melted part of the stick too much. Okay, well now we're good. Oh, yo, did we fix it? We just need to roll it around enough, and I flick it back and it doesn't stick. Oh, hallelujah. It's still a little funky over there, but I think it's actually something physically there. So if I just do the little Mario Party 1 mini game with the right stick, if I do that enough, maybe I'll roll it out, or I'll put a hole in my hand like every kid in the N64. You can literally feel the bump that you're seeing on screen. It is so weird. There's something physically blocking it there. But let's be real. I'm not going to use this controller. I'm not going to sell it to any of you guys. I don't give a crap. I fixed this, and I don't care what you think. All the buttons work. Even the freaking vibration motor works. You can't really hear it, but it works. Both the right stick and left stick press in. The triggers are still fully analog. The sticks work. If this was my only controller, I could get by with it. They're relatively center. Literally everything works. I just don't know if I can actually test the touchpad or not, if it's all sensitive up there, but I don't care. I fixed it. Dang it. $1 and I spent only $10 to fix it, and I could spend like a couple more bucks to try and replace this stick if I wanted to, but I don't want to because you saw how much of a pain in the butt it was. I don't care. I'm calling this fixed. Good night.